Welcome to the Property Investment Academy Southwest. Every week, we bring you practical advice on property investment, construction, development, health and safety, business and mindset, all based on real projects and years of industry experience from professionals who are actively building, developing and investing in property every single day. Whether you're buying your first investment, growing a portfolio, or simply looking to understand property better, our goal is to give you honest advice, practical strategies, and the confidence to make better decisions. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest content. Now let's get into today's video. Everything we teach at the Property Investment Academy Southwest is built around 5 pillars. Number 1 is property, number 2 is construction, 3 health and safety, 4 mindset, and 5 relationships. The biggest mistake first-time property investors make isn't buying the wrong house. It's making one of these 5 mistakes before they've even completed on their first investment. I've spent years working in construction, health and safety, and property development, and I've seen people lose thousands of pounds, not because they lacked ambition, but because they lacked knowledge. If you can avoid these 5 mistakes, you'll already be ahead of the majority of the first-time investors. Mistake 1, buying with emotion. This is probably the most common mistake I see. People walk into a property and immediately start imagining themselves living there. They talk about where the television would go. I've done that. Whether they'd knock a wall through, or how nice the kitchen would look after renovation. The problem is, you're not buying your dream home. You're buying an investment, and investments should never be driven by emotion. One of the biggest lessons construction has taught me is to separate emotion from decision making. On a building project, we don't make decisions because something feels right. We make decisions based on cost, practicality, safety, and long-term value. Property investing is exactly the same. Instead of asking, would I live here? Ask yourself, who is my ideal tenant? Will they want to live here? What's the rental demand? What return will this property generate? What's my exit strategy? Some of the best investments I've seen aren't beautiful. They're simply profitable. Remember, you're buying an asset, not a lifestyle. Mistake 2, ignoring cash flow. The next mistake is focusing purely on purchase price and forgetting about cash flow. Cash flow is what keeps your investment alive. I've seen people buy properties because they believe the value would increase over time. Every month they were topping up their mortgage from their own wages. This is not okay, guys. That's not investing. That's subsidizing your investment. Before buying any property, I always want to understand the numbers. Mortgage payments, insurance, management fees, service charges, void periods, unexpected repairs. Then I ask one simple question. If something goes wrong, can this property still support itself? Construction has taught me to always plan for the unexpected. Projects rarely go exactly to plan. Property is no different. Positive cash flow gives you breathing space, and breathing space gives you options. Mistake 3, underestimating refurbishment costs. This is where my construction background becomes one of my biggest advantages. Almost every refurbishment uncovers something you weren't expecting. Hidden damp, old electric, poor plumbing, rotten timbers, structural movements, so much more. I've seen properties where a simple cosmetic refurbishment quickly became a full renovation because nobody had identified the issues beforehand. This is why experienced investors always include a contingency. Personally, I'd much rather budget for something I don't need than need money I haven't budgeted for. A good refurbishment isn't always about spending the least amount possible. It's about spending wisely. Improve the things that genuinely add value. Don't spend thousands on unnecessary finishes if your tenants are more interested in location, layout, and affordability. Construction has taught me that every pound should have a purpose. Mistake 4, not researching the area. This is huge. One thing that surprises me is how much time people spend analysing the property, but how little time they spend analysing the area. You can improve a house, you can't move it. Whenever I'm assessing an investment, I'm looking beyond the front door. Who's living here? Who's moving here? Are there major employers nearby? Good transport links, schools, universities? Regeneration projects, future infrastructures, rental demand. I've seen Two almost identical houses, only a few miles apart, perform completely differently because simply one was in an area with a stronger long-term fundamentals. Successful investors don't just buy buildings, they buy locations because over time, location often determines demand, tenant quality and future growth. Mistake 5, thinking property is passive. This is probably the biggest misconception in property. People often say they want passive income. The reality is, property becomes more passive over time, but at the beginning, it's anything but. You're analysing deals, speaking to solicitors, working with brokers, managing refurbishments, reviewing contracts, building relationships, making decisions. Even once you've got great letting agents and reliable contractors, you're still responsible for the strategy. I've spent years managing projects and construction, and one thing I've learned is that successful outcomes don't happen by accident. They're planned, monitored, reviewed. Property should be treated exactly the same. It's a business, and the people who treat it like a business are usually the ones who build long-term wealth. If there's one thing I'd like you to take away from today's video, it's this. Most people don't lose money in property because they choose the wrong house. They lose money because they make avoidable mistakes before they've even bought it. Buying emotionally, ignoring cash flow, underestimating refurbishment costs, failing to research the area. Avoid these 5 mistakes and you'll already be ahead of many first-time investors. Here at the Property Investment Academy Southwest, that's exactly what this channel is about. Giving you practical advice, real-world experience in helping you make better property decisions. If you found today's video useful, I'd really appreciate it if you could like the video, subscribe to the channel and share it with someone who's thinking about getting into property. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these 5 mistakes do you think catches people out the most? Until next time, guys, keep learning, keep building, and keep moving forward.